Now, welcome back. Part 31 of Project Tailpiece. Now I had to cut that one in half, it was getting ridiculously too long. So now I've spent a miserable 2 hours sanding all those little bits of wire down. In fact, in the end, it was a Stanley knife and scraped it all off and then sanded off the worst. So now I've got that. This stuff is lovely, bendy, soft, yeehaw. That's going to be great fun. Like I said in the last video, what I'm going to do, I want to leave the ribs showing. I want to kind of celebrate this frame. Many of you have said, such a shame that's going to be covered. Yes, it is, but I've got a way of showing it. I had a proper think about it now, and indeed the easiest way to do it is quite simple. Just shrink the skin on. When the skin gets stretched over, stretch it over tight, shrink it in. So effectively, like I said again in the last video, all the frame rails, all these little rungs and bars, they stick out like the ribs on a starving dog, so they're effectively stuck right out. You can see all the frame there through the skin, and that's very much rat. That's sort of rat bike thing anyway. It gets to show the quality of the job underneath, and it would be a shame to hide it, because you know what it's like. People are looking at it and go, where'd you buy your tailpiece from? I made it. All right, okay, did you mold that using a balloon and some paper mache? No, it's actually a proper job, but you can't see that because it's all underneath. And also it's going to take hours and hours sanding filler to get it smooth. Can't be bothered. I'm just going to stretch the skin over it and make a good job, but you'll see that as it comes. That's not even got all that up here yet. That will manifest itself as time goes on. But anyway, today I want to just kind of bring some little wires down here, just so that what's left is little squares kind of coming down, and effectively they'll be like little spider web bits, if you know what I mean. Not quite spider web, not quite going that way, but it's certainly going to be very interesting, a little bit more than a purchased shop bought calf racer seat hump, which would be a bit boring. A couple of people said that's very high at the back. This, yes it is, it looks that way at the minute, but remember the seat's going to have probably a 2-inch foam pad on it. I'm going to use that camping mat stuff, double layered up, so 2 inches in there, plus the skin itself as well. That's only going to have about 4 inches behind me as a little hump, and that's absolutely perfect. So in some respects it's a happy accident that it's too high. Also, it gives me loads of room for the battery under there. What I'm going to do as well, when it's all finished, I'm going to put a clip underneath so I can clip the toolbox or tool bag, the old tool roll that was under the seat. I'll be able to clip that up underneath so it sits just above the battery, so there'll be extra room under there for that if I ever need it. I'll just keep one Allen key to get the tailpiece off somewhere on the bike, and on a rat bike that's easy. Just tuck it in the fairing somewhere or stick it somewhere in the engine cage, it will be fine. So there we go, stick around, stay tuned. Today's episode, see if I can get this final bit of welding done and get the frame looking as if it's gonna actually finish before Brightona. And what we got, 3 weeks for Brightona. Shouldn't be difficult. Still got to do the skin and everything and the foam and everything else, but and obviously still MOT it, but fingers crossed. Let's see what happens today. See if I can set fire to it again. Okay, just experimenting as I go really at the minute. Now the idea of this hopefully is to bring these little thin lines down, and once they're on and tacked in place, and it's quite delicate, you've got to turn the power right down. They can be planished in, so effectively they'll give a spiderweb effect, and then with the gaps between where the cloth will fit and push into, it should make quite an interesting effect on the back. Don't know, but the great thing is if I don't like them, I can pull them all off and think of something else. There's the first two. So thin, you dwell on their second too long, they snap off. You have to start again. Quite time consuming, as most of this has been. Alright, let's carry on. I want to try and get the line between each one straight, rather than curved to try and give a different effect. A little bit of practice, it's not that hard. You have to kind of weld on the big bit and then just dab across to the wire as it snaps. Give solid little tacks on each one. Now you can see how time consuming this is, so come back in a minute. I'll do a few more. It's funny, isn't it? 3 or 4 attempts, 3 or 4 runs, and you get better at it. Same as anything. Practice make perfect. Seems to be the trick. Weld on it, just pass over the wire quickly, and it heats up so much it just bends to the next one, which is what I wanted. That's it. Right, I reckon that's it. He said, hopefully. Gonna get all the cloths off and show you what we've done. Well, I'm pretty much able to call that done. I might possibly tack a couple of these little wires in, just in here, to fill the space, but I'll do that later. That won't be subject to video. Got the strong quarter inch pieces in there, just fuzzy boom stop. But I think more than anything, I need to pull it off and show you what I mean. There we go. It's pretty difficult to get a good line at it. Yeah, let's put it on there. I mean, it's the whole idea of this tail is that, let's put it like that. I might as well put it on. What I'll do is skin that, as I said earlier, and then the skin will go into the dimples and you'll get a spider web effect, I hope. It may look rubbish, but I don't know. It's certainly not going to be all smooth and shiny. There we are. That's pretty much all the welding done. This is a little bit messy, but I suppose that's a good side of it, won't be seen. This piece, yeah, may cut it out, may not, don't know. But I'll leave it in until I decide. I kind of like the way it brings the tail round, and when the skin comes down I might put another little piece in there like that, I don't know, and then skin round it so that it's actually a proper hole, I don't know. All things for thinking. But that, folks, pretty much is the frame, ready to skin. Right, there we are. Not much more I can do now. That's part 31 of Project Tailpiece seat unit, call it what you want. And now that's ready for skinning. I'm not going to do any more to it. I can just keep welding on it and make it heavier and heavier. Just weighed it. It's 2.5 kilos. I've added a pound today, and all that wire, those extra pieces there, and the 3 on the front, so on, and obviously the little thin wire. So there's another pound. 2.5 kilos. That ain't bad. I don't think the skin's going to add a lot more. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Happy with that so far. Now the next thing, I haven't got the resin for about a week, so I've got to just twiddle my thumbs. But some mods on the Triumph to come, and we're going on holiday for a few days. Me and Penny Pit Stop. We're just going away, so we'll do some filmage on the road, which will be good. Nice to get back out, get the GoPro linked up again. But for now, that is it. Project Bandit Tailpiece number 31. Framework done. There you go. Thanks for tuning in and watching Delboy's Garage. I appreciate all the support. Your encouragement makes it all difference. It really does. It makes it worthwhile. Knowing that you're watching, knowing that you care, and knowing that you're interested. That does make all the difference if you're doing a project. So thanks a lot. Take it easy, ride safe. See you for the next one.